A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. I think we know exactly what kind of game this is going to be, RJ.
Yeah, you don't expect a lot of offense on the interior. These teams take a high volume of threes, and they make a high volume as well.
Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. And it's Pippen in at the 3. Small forward. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere for tonight. And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Peyton. Drops in the 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Pippen. Check by Hill. Pass to Dumars. From downtown, Bradley Beal puts it in. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Pettit. And just over a minute played here to start the game. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. Hill can't connect.
They say it's a make or miss league, and sometimes you miss.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Hardaway to pass to Hill. Back to Hardaway. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sampson. The Hawks need to get one up here. Out to the wing. The shot. Misses again.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1-for-4 shooting.
Peyton against Hardaway. Right side, Peyton. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Cleveland has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. To the middle. Here's Camby. Nice catch. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now here's Beal, guarding closely for 3. And Camby pulls it down. Camby's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Peyton. Pass to Lucas. Here's Dumars. Oh, they get a hand on it. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And the basket by Beal.
And this is what separates a player like Beal. The ability to create his own with regularity.
Outside Peyton. Throws it up high.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Back to Hardaway. Inside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming home and 6 man. Common term in basketball. Has a unique meaning for people in the Hawks career.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they haven't made the postseason since 1998. This group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Pippen tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Hawks trailing. Here's Hill. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of news, but it's getting there.
No one covered. Pippen's got 8.
Guys, just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There's no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's Hardaway. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Pennant, good. Here's Peyton. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. They'll take the opportunity to regroup. As we get closer to the end of the regular season, Richard, what would you say to the lottery team?
To either bottom out completely and focus on your young guys or do everything possible to make a run and get into that play-in tournament because there's valuable experience to be had there.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Now here's McCollum. Really played well against Indiana in his last game. On the clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Hart can't hit. The Hawks have gone 6 of 11 so far. Here's Boosie. Oh, stolen by Richardson. Smith passes to Embry. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. And going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
Even though they had the better roster, they actually lost the season series to this team last year.
On the push, here comes Atlanta. Here's Glenn. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the night. Down he drops. He ties it up. Falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. Hope I didn't jinx him.
Inside Hart. Floats one up. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure he'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Richardson, the pass to Embry. They set a pick. And he buries his first look.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Boosie, guarded by Richardson. Here's McCollum. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
What a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. To Embry. Here's Guerin. McCollum defends. Smith outside. Shot clock at 5. Lets it fly from 18. The shot by Butler, no good. For Cleveland, they've got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Outside Hart. It's Reed, high post. 17-foot shot on the way. No rebound by Atlanta.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Embry passes to Richardson. Pass to Embry.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Lamp. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Bradley Beal's out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Sampson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Atlanta leading by 3. Down low.
Down is stuffed right through. A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball forward.
Cleveland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. To the inside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. Not about to give up any easy baskets.
And Cleveland making a change here. Hardaway hits them both. Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Payton. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Payton's got 7 points.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Has to Pettit. To the paint. Here's Sampson. And he buries his first look.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Dumars. Back to Payton. Here's Pippen. That's a three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Pass to Pettit. Back to Hardaway. Deal right side. From the high post. Here's Sampson. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
They're just getting pushed around inside.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And now let's take a look at the small forwards with the highest shooting percentages for the season. Cavaliers trail by 6. Payton with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
What a job he's done defensively, causing turnovers, just being a pain for the opposition.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Hardaway. Beal from outside. And Camby pulls it down. Camby's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Pippen. No rebound by Atlanta. Pass to Hill. Here's Pettit. Back to Hill. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up to the rim. Now Payton. He has 7. Fires the 3. And Bucket in 8 tries.
And they're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
The three, Hardaway sinks it from distance. Hardaway's got 5 points in the quarter.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
To the left wing. Here's Dumars. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Bradley Beal. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, a compliment. Thank you, BA. Look, I knew I had to adapt. I would have been out of the league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
Now here's Hill. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Here's Hardaway. The Cavaliers pull it in.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Dumars passes to Payton. Here's Dumars, pounded by Beal. Back to Payton. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Payton's got 9.
That's a heads-up play right there. Reads the floor, distributes accordingly.
Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by Lucas. Cleveland has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Dumars. And he lays it up and in.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of the scoring line here. Let's see an animal change. I'll be pretty curious.
And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. Smith outside. Pass to Embry. Now Butler. Here's Guerin. Just 5 on the clock. Floats one. And the layup is up and in. 8-6.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Richardson against Payton from outside the arc. The rebound by the Hawks. Smith outside. Pass to Richardson. Here's Embry. Smith in the high post. Deflects the pass. Payton with a steal. Yes, it's good. Payton's got 6 points in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
But I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
And Cleveland has possession, fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And you know, some games you're plagued by false starts and slow momentum. You could tell they were getting frustrated.
But what a gutsy win. To struggle in the offensive end that much and still win the game, that says something about the character of the team. And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Richardson, the pass to Smith. 1:43 left to play in the half. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. He misses the free throw. Reed's checked in for the Cavaliers. And he sinks the second. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. With the floater. The rebound by Guerin. Guerin's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Up ahead. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. McCollum's got his second basket.
And using incredible balance and coordination to outdo his opponent, McCollum is no stranger to contested shots.
Pass to Embry. Here's Guerin. McCollum defends. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Oh, deflected. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. The rebound by Atlanta.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the team must have made their presence felt to prevent that.
And the basket by Emory.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Pass to Reed. Outside Richardson. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's... Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, guys, any thoughts on where these teams are heading?
A few will rise, a few will fall, and some, like my own career, remain strong and controlled and dominant.
And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heel.
And that's it for halftime.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. On the court for the Cavaliers. And it's Lucas in at power forward. Here's Dumars. To the inside. Powered down after the assist. Led him to the lane. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Outside, Hill. Over to the left wing. Here's Pettit. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, good whistle there.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. The Cavs trailing. Dumars passes to Pippen. Down low. Pass to Payton. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Payton's got 16 points now.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Hardaway, the pass to Sampson. Neal outside. Hill finds Hardaway. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. On the take. Hill, the pass to Pettit. The three. The rebound by Payton. Cleveland has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. And he banks in the layup. And now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Hardaway, the pass to Beal. Free ball. And it's hauled in by Lucas. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Pippen. Let's go with a 3. Can't get it to fall. That miss makes him 5 for 9.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Hill with it. To the inside. Here's Beal. And a draw foul. They'll head to the line for 2.
And what a great sell from Beal. Guys defender guessing with that pump fake and gets to the line.
First trip to the line for him here. First free throw is good.
It doesn't matter where Beal is on the court. He can flat out score and puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And Cleveland making a change here. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Lucas. Here's Dumars. Inside. Camby, that's good. Camby's gotten 4 this quarter.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first half.
Outside Hardaway. The 3. Atlanta again missing.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Dumars passes to Pippen. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. To the middle. Rebound Atlanta. And here's Beal, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Pass to Sampson. Outside Hardaway. Here's Pettit. One shot on the way. And Camby pulls it down.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
To the paint. Shot blocked. Now here's Hill. Sampson passes to Beal. Outside, Hill. There's a screen. To the inside. Sampson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Reed's checked in for Cleveland. Josh Hart comes in for Pippen. And while we have a chance, the 2K leaderboard showing the NBA's best when it comes to steals. The Cavs 4th.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
Here's Boosie. He's scoreless. Pass to Hart. Here's Dumars. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Brooks is checked in. Now here's Butler. Pass to Embry. Carries it from about 10 feet away. Embry's got 6. The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Boosie passes to Dumars. Here's Boosie, guarded by Richardson. Clock at 4. From the elbow. The shot by Boosie, no good. The Hawks have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Embry passes to Richardson. Here's Guerin. The lead. Then he takes it up and lays it in. He's got 11. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Here's Dumars. He's got 5. Down low. Here's Hart. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Guerin. To the middle. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And look at Smith making a heads-up play. Rolling into open position right on the court.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's Boosie, still without a bucket. Oh, stolen by Richardson. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Embry. Here's Guerin. Inside. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Embry's got 8. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, another thing they've been doing right in this one is making the most of turnovers. Lots of points for them tonight. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Guerin gets the bucket.
He hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Hart. Pass to Brooks. From deep, it's deflected. And the ball is out of bounds. His last touch by Richardson. Hayden's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Number 20, Gary Payton.
Brooks with it. Butler covering. Brooks the pass to Reed. No rebound by Atlanta. Here's Embry. Give him 8 points now. Here's Guerin. Fires in the triple. Guerin's got 7 points for the quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Can they get it? So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Cleveland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for the Cavaliers.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. 16 seconds left in the third. Richardson up top. Guarded by Payton. Butler can't get it to go. Hart passes to Payton. Beyond the arc. No good. Trying to get that one to fall. We've watched 3 so far in this one. Atlanta on top. They lead by 6. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Tim Hardaway is out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Pettit in at the 4 slot. So that's the Hawks 5. To the paint. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Now here's Payton. Pass to Lucas. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one's off. He hits the second from the line. Atlanta leading by 5. Hardaway with it. Beal outside. Pass to Pettit. Left side Hill. It's hauled in by Lucas. Lucas has got his 4th rebound in this one.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger.
And the Hawks lead by 7.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Pippen. Shot from 16. And he gets the jumper to drop.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Here's Pettit. They set the screen. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. They gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allen.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Field.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
His first. Team first.
First free throw is good.
They're the smoothest players in the game. Bradley Beal, the skill, the way he moves, is all of it.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Cavaliers trail by 9. Boosie passes to Camby. Here's Pippen. Check by Hill. Pippen, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Hardaway. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
The Cavs have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Pippen. Check by Hill. And he was camped in the lane there. That's a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Atlanta leading by 12. Outside Hardaway. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Team starter. At the line for your Hawks.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Richard, over the past few decades, we've seen bench reactions get bigger in the NBA. How much fun is that?
It's so much fun, but I think it also coincides with the league getting younger and younger and younger. So you have these young kids in there that are just there to have some fun and compete.
Here's Camby to halt the run. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
He's not going to back down from anywhere. Got to commend the fearless attitude right there.
Now here's Hardaway. Pass to Pettit. The 3 is up. Making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's Dumars. It's hauled in by Pettit. Pettit's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Hardaway. He's closely guarded. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
Pass to Pippen. Here's Dumars. Pounded by Beal. And Lucas gets it to go.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And here's Beal. Here's Pettit. 19-footer. Again, Atlanta.
Beal's vision makes a great read on this pass.
Assistant. Bradley Beal.
Here's Dumars, pounded by Beal. Pass to Lucas. Down low. Here's Boosie. And the layup falls.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The Hawks lead by 13. Outside, Hill. Now here's Beal. Here's Pettit. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Pippen.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Hill with the steal. Here's Beal. Dumars grabs the miss. To the inside. Lucas passes to Boosie. Knocked loose. Pass to Beal. Right wing. Here's Pettit. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
He makes the first. Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. Payton's checked in for Cleveland. He's off on the second. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Dumars. Sends it home from three-point land.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Now here's Richardson. To the middle. Here's Pettit. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul. Jerry Lucas. His third. 15 foul. At the line for Atlanta. Bob Pat. 1 second.
Cleveland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Dumars misses. The Hawks lead by 14. Outside, Hill. To the wing on the left. Here's Pettit. The Cavaliers pull it in. Cammy's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Dumars, guarded by Richardson. Dumars misses. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Richardson against Payton. Outside, Hill. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Hawks lead by 16.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Hawks.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year. Here's Pettit. Outside Richardson. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that's where it probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one away.
Here's Pippen. Bucket again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense. There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Richardson against Payton. Here's Pettit. Misses in close. Here's Pippen. Blocked. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Substitution on the court.
And Cleveland has possession. Here's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off their energy. Saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Rich Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented.
The borough of Brooklyn is Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
Here are the five for the Raptors. They've got Malone, Ellis,
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sport. And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Graham.
Oh, BA, you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. They've got Marc Gasol, and it's Malone in at power forward. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. Pass to Malone. And Hayes comes to help.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First team.
Against Johnson. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Irving looking around. Now here's Hayes. Tightly guarded.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Against Johnson. Clock at 6. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. And we're about a minute into the first. Irving, that's good. Now here's Johnson. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Inside. And he buries his first look.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
The Nets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Here's Mullen. He picked up 10 in his last game. Something this Raptors team does very well is move ball boys.
This is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Pass to Person. There's the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's the scoring. Right there, it's just passing.
Here's Ellis. Knocks it loose. Oh, it's stolen by Jordan. Here we go. Here's Ewing. And here's Hayes. Here's Person. 6 to shoot. Here's Irving. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Here's Ellis. Covered by Jordan. Pass to Mullen. Now Johnson. Here's Mullen. Here's Malone. He's defended by Hayes. And Malone gets it to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Irving, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Jordan against Johnson. Puts it up from 15. Jordan misses. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really saying? And you got to defend better than that. That's a good look for him.
That's actually the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach.
Here's Irving. After the basket by Toronto. Shot on the wing. Jordan with the bucket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Pass to Malone. Here's Mullen. And it's Ewing with a rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Irving against Johnson. Now here's Irving. He's guarded closely. Would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
One thing that stands out about Kyrie Irving, obviously, his creativity, especially when it comes to his handle, as good as it gets.
Pass to Sigma. Down low. There's Harper. There's the block. Here's Mashburn. Hayes with a screen. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Harper.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's the screen. To the paint. Here's Sigma. Soft touch off the glass.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
The Nets with a lead. Here's Cheeks. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Van Arsdale passes to Cheeks. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Van Arsdale. Still no points. Shot that time, not on target.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Willis. Out left to the wing. Here's Cheeks. There's a screen. The Nets need to get off the shot here. Here's Van Arsdale. Three-pointer off the mark. Toronto trailing. Here's Harper. Petrovic passes to DeBusschere. Here's Harrison. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. The three is up. And Arsdale grabs a miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the first. Pass to Willis. Here's Van Arsdale. Harrison pulls it in.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And Harper gets it to go.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Willis. Yet to see a basket to stop the drought. Blocked! Here's DeBusschere. 41 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Harrison. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. These are his first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Nets trail by 3. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Shot is good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to DeBusschere. Releases from 15. A rebound by Willis. Here's Cheeks. just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
They've got Hayes, and it's Person in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Pass to Johnson. Over Irving. Carries it down low.
Well, we know this. Few big men in the history of the game have passed the ball as well as Marc Gasol.
Jordan with it. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Malone, coming off a terrific game against New York. Some solid defense from Hayes. Here's Person, covered by Johnson. Person passes to Hayes. And here's Jordan. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. Four on the clock. Here's Jordan. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
They get the rebound. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Hayes. Outside Irving. Driving inside. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Guys, how good is Kyrie Irving at shielding off defenders and getting the soft shot up on the drive?
Here's Mullen, giving him some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Yep, that one's good. Malone's got 5 now. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Brooklyn with the ball. And Toronto making their last shot. Here's Johnson. He's got 7. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Good shot, no good. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Now here's Jordan. The D's right on it. Back to Irving. To the middle. Here's Ewing. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. And the Nets lead by 1. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
The 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Pass to Mullen. Takes the 3. And the three-pointer goes. 7 points in the game.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Hayes with a screen. Irving for 3. Ooh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Kyrie Irving is capable of going shot for shot.
Here's Malone. He's defended by Hayes. Fast break, Brooklyn. And he lobs it up top. Up high and down goes in the lob.
It's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Both teams decided to change it up. Which defenses have been locked down since the All-Star break? Well, here they are. 5th best, Toronto.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more in the line.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Toronto shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And Irving has got the ball here for the Nets. Pass to Hayes. Out to the right wing. And Ewing gets it to go. Ewing's got 6 in the quarter.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Irving against Johnson. Here's Ellis. Lets it go from deep. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now here's Jordan. Not a lot of room. The rebound by DeBusschere. DeBusschere's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Ellis. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nets.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Here's Van Arsdale. Pass to Mashburn. Here's Donaldson. Clock at 6. Here's Cheeks. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Harper. Lets the 3 fly. Ellis' shot is off.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Cheeks. Pass to Willis. Here's Mashburn. Here's Donaldson. No made baskets yet. Oh, from deep. It's tipped. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. The Raptors making a switch here.
Number 3, Jonathan Petrovic.
From the inbound. Brooklyn with the board. Willis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Van Arsdale. Sigma with a rebound. The Raptors have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Here's Harrison. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Cheeks passes to Donaldson. Can't cash it in from close range.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Mashburn. 1:35 left in the first half. Nails the baby hook. Mashburn's got 5 now.
And they look more confident now, putting that rough first quarter behind them.
Here's Harper. Pass to DeBusschere. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's Harrison. The hand on it. 1:02 left in the first half of this one. Cheeks passes to Willis. Here's Mashburn. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Van Arsdale. Tipped. Here's Harper. Petrovic passes to DeBusschere. 4-3. And Petrovic gets it to go. Petrovic has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Cheeks. No points yet. Pass to Donaldson. Rebound Toronto. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused and they made everything they looked at.
Tie game in Brooklyn. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
When I look at the Nets, they've wanted this to be a turnaround season. They have a few building blocks, but the roster construction is not.
And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in and accepting.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Toronto's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. They've got Johnson, and it's Gasol in at the center, locking down the middle.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Pass to Jordan. Down low. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Toronto shooting 44%. A pretty decent clip. Here's Malone. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Shooting for Toronto. Malone. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Second free throw, no good.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Jordan, pass to Ewing. And count it. Now 5 for 7. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Toronto trailing. Pass to Mullen. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Ewing. Now here's Hayes. Launches it. Drills it from deep. Hayes has got 5 points.
Boy, everyone's getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Johnson passes to Mullen. Here's Malone. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. He's got 10.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Hayes. Looking to end his cold spell. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. He's good. Jordan.
With 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Jordan. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Ellis passes to Johnson. His first shot coming late. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Pass to Jordan. Six to shoot. And he'll draw a foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And a chance now to look at the highest scoring shooting guards in the league this season. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. That one misses. And the second free throw is good. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Johnson. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. Johnson's got 15.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Here's Ewing. And here's Hayes. And here's Jordan. He's got 7. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ewing. Over to Gasol. And Ewing gets it to go. He's got 12.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Johnson against Irving. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Ewing. Fires it. Over to Gasol. Second chance effort. Ewing, no good. Toronto has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Outside Johnson. Pass to Malone. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Here's DeBusschere. Deflected. From deep, Jordan. A rebound by DeBusschere. DeBusschere's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Harper. He's guarded by Irving. Pass to Ellis. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Van Arsdale. Back to Irving. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Raptors with a lead. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Here's Hayes. It's tipped. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Raptors have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Pass to Mullen. He shoots. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Mullen's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They're playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Hayes finds Irving. Here's Cheeks. Here's Ewing. He's got 12. Falls back and drains a fadeaway J. Ewing's got 14 points for the game.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Raptors lead by 4.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Pass to Hayes. To the inside. Ewing, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's DeBusschere. And it's blocked. That's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Here's Harrison. It's blocked. And he recovers it. Here's Nashburn. 5 points in the game. Pass to Cheeks. Here's Nashburn. Here's Van Arsdale. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Raptors. DeBuscher's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Harper. Launches a 3. Cheeks pulls it in.
Yeah, the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. And it's Van Arsdale missing.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Pass to Petrovic. Three-pointer. Nashburn grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Fires the 3. A rebound by DeBuscher. DeBuscher's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Harrison. Lets it go. Gets an open look and hits it. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Steps back. And Arsdale. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Raptors out in front. Ups. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Hayes, and it's Irving in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be a hard to solve. It's his first foul of the game.
Raptors substitution. Number 17, Chris Smalls.
Here's Irving. Fires from the wing. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
Johnson passes to Ellis. Here's Malone. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Nets trail by 4. Irving pass to Person. From the arc. Rebound Toronto. Inside. Here's Gasol. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. We're just over a minute into this final quarter play. Pass to Ewing. Now here's Irving. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Ellis. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Gasol. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Irving. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, just a great use of a pump fake by Irving to draw that defender into fouling him.
At the line, 2 times.
Both free throws good from Irving.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Johnson passes to Gasol. Right side Johnson. Over Irving. And again, Toronto, no good. Brooklyn trailing. To to tie it up. The shot goes as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the line.
What a masterful performance from Kyrie Irving. He's over a decade into his career. He can still take over a game.
And that one drops, so now they lead by one. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They have yet to score here in the fourth. And Marko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. The coach is hoping some big production will make a splash for them.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Fourth quarter play, we're about 2.5 minutes through it. And the shot's good by Irving.
Boy, the range of Kyrie and the quickness and efficiency with which he gets it off. Look out.
And so here is Toronto. Pass to Gasol. Back to Johnson. And he's going for the oop here.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Outside Irving. Here's Ewing. Fires from deep. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Ellis. Covered by Jordan. Pass to Johnson. Puts it up from 15. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Johnson's got 11 points here in the second half.
Are you serious? What a sweet move. Broke his ankles on that one.
And there's Jordan on the assist for Irving. Irving's got his fourth assist with that last one.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Back to Johnson. Here's Malone. He's defended by Hayes. Shot clock at 6. The shake. Malone can't get it to go. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Jordan pass to Irving. Back to Jordan. Here's Ewing. Checked by Gasol. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Malone. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Johnson. Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time. Johnson's got 23.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Pass to Jordan. Here's Ewing. It's hauled in by Mullen. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ellis. Now Johnson. Gasol, the screen. Down low. And Gasol with the jam.
Well, Marc Gasol has done this a time or two, and that's a big-time delivery.
Now here's Irving. Tight defense on it. From deep, Jordan. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Mullen. Pass to Malone. To the left side wing. Here's Gasol. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 8 rebounds in the game. From the wing. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Marc Gasol.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Stepping the line with 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Ellis. To the paint. Releases. Yeah, Toronto good. That was maybe Toronto's ball.
Time for a turnover shows you just how key one play can be.
Toronto shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. It's tipped. Lead by 2. 1.5 minutes left in the game. Now Irving. Stepping shot. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 in the game.
That was a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
Pass to Malone. Over Hayes. It's Ewing with a rebound. Critical possession with time winding down.
Yeah, this is their moment.
It's done by Johnson. To the inside. Oh, he nails it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack things down.
Here's Irving.
Defensive instincts, what timing by Marc Gasol. Nice block.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
Here's Irving. And he sinks it. And he's tied it up. What a shot.
Huge one. Kyrie knows how to deliver.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. Irving against Johnson. To the middle. From the left block. And it's gone.
That's enough for the bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Oh, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Outside Irving. He's off from 3. And they committed an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
It's a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
A shot of the Celtics coming down the tunnel. They're not messing up. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sport. So great. With the season winding down, a lot of what ifs for the teams. What about players? Do they experience that as well?
You can't help but wonder what could have been if your team struggled, Kevin. Players are just like fans in that regard.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Carter out there with Howard. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Castle. And it's Thurman in at the center, rocking down the middle. Now Carter following McGrady's three-point attempt. Thurman. He hangs in there and cashes in on their second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Mobley. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Right side. Johnson against McGrady. Here's Castle. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Whiteside, a screen on Johnson. Back to Whiteside. Ball stolen. Now Detroit moving it up. Hammers it in, taking it the length of the floor.
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
For Boston, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's McGrady. Sinks the triple.
Boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they had.
Stanley talked about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Now, here is McGrady. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Scott. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game. Scott hits them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Johnson kicks to Howell. Pass to Thurman. Johnson outside. Over McGrady. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Boston strong 0-2 from long range in the first quarter. Mobley the pass to McGrady. Mobley sets the pick for McGrady. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Nice ball movement by Detroit. To the inside. And stolen by Mobley. McGrady outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. An opportunity here to go to the 2K leaderboard and say who's been the hottest of the hot at the small forward position for the past month. Kevin Durant is second.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Yeah, and production from the small forward spot is critical. These players carry a huge load of their team's scoring output. It takes a lot of pressure off the other 4 guys out there.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Taking 3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. Good on the second free throw. Nails the third. Celtics trail by 4. We got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And while we haven't seen the numbers for Carter, he's right around 17 points tonight, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
Dustin, no good that time either. Pistons leading by 4. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Cody. A 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And the ultimate combo guard. Johnson can pass with the league's best playmakers.
Carter against Durant. Free throw line jump shot. Good on the jump shot.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this way.
Now here's Johnson. No scoring in this one. Howard can't hit. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Scott. Out target from outside. Pistons have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Pass to Carter. Fires the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
McGrady outside. Here's Scott. Good. It's McGrady who picks up the assist.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. feel about on the field for these Celtics? Detroit, no good that time either. Celtics trail by 6. Hunter kicks to Red. From the arc. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Pass to Harden. The kick out to Williams. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Wilkins finishing it off.
And I'm not sure it's even possible to throw it too high for Dominique. He has a vertical plus the length, and that's an alley-oop waiting to happen every time he runs the floor. Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Here's Edie. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle. Here's the time to finish it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. That one doesn't go. Hunter with some nice defense. And against Harden. Here's Edie. Down low. Here's Miller. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Detroit.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Wilkins with the stuff.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Now, here is Miller. Murray dishes to Hunter. They set the screen to the paint. And he's on a pass to set him up.
Great pass. They hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Pass to Ware. Here's Archibald, covered by Miller. Here's Harden. Counted. His second make in 4 attempts.
And what control from Harden inside, adjusting his shot perfectly for that short range man.
Harden against Red. Murray the pass to Miller. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Red for the 3. That shot no good. Looking it over. Here's the 3. He's off on that one. And so it's the Detroit Pistons headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been essential. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
They've got Scott. Murray out there at Durant. Then it's Evan Mobley. And it's McGrady in at the 2-go. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Driving in. Archibald can't hit.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Scott the pass to Durant. Murray outside. Instead, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. Personally, I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Durant against Carter. Right side Durant. Using his length inside. Durant.
Just working his way inside there. Durant so good at just finding his shot all over the court.
Powell passes to Archibald. Here's Howell. Inside, here's Thurman on the powerful one-handed slam.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Timeout,
Fans
timeout.
are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
We got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. McGrady outside. With the teardrop. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. And the great shooters know when they've got an opening to go for the three. And I think it was a bad choice.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
You know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Whiteside's checked in for Murray. Pass to Howell. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Castle. A rebound by the Celtics. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. McGrady kicks to Mobley. Lets it go from deep. And it's Howell with the rebound. Howell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. That one good for 2.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
McGrady outside. Hits the 3-point bomb. McGrady's got 8.
Hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? And that would be a crucial step if he's to become an all-star. He has an intimidating presence that's simple. He's athletic, strong, and an elite defender. Also determined to attack the rim.
McGrady left side. Over Castle. A shot by McGrady, no good.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
They set the pick to the paint and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Mobley. That's good. Great play set up by teammate Tracy McGrady.
Now, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Some changes to Boston. He's checked in for Whiteside. Hunter comes in for Evan Mobley. And Michael Redd is subbed in for Durant. And then for Detroit, Ware's checked in, and it's Williams in for Howell. Pass to Castle. Here's Williams. His shot, no good. Hunter with some nice defense. McGrady kicks to Redd. Nice move. It's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
McGrady against Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And it's going to be on Tracy McGrady. Craig, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance between affirmation and accountability?
That also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Miller's checked in for Boston. Detroit also making some changes. Wilkins comes in for Carter. And it's Harden in for Castle. Scott the pass to Hunter. Pass to Redd. There's the triple. Hits it from three-point range. Redd's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
There's the pick. Wilkins, that's good.
Well, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Here's Miller. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Miller's got 5 points so far.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Williams, a screen on Scott. Harden against Scott. Takes the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. 7 points in the game.
I think there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
Scott inside, guarded by Harden. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. Williams sets a screen for Harden. Over Scott. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
3 off the mark. Detroit leading by 5. Wilkins surveying the defense. Here's Harden. That shot misses. Nice D from Scott. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Pass to Miller. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's he. And he is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, the big fella throwing it down hard.
They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Johnson, the pass to Harden.
He's almost obsessed with drawing down. Harden has a endless number of ways to get to the line.
For Detroit, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Celtics making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and both free throws good for James Harden. As starting for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Heat. Miller outside. Wilkins against Hunter. They set the pick. Now here's Miller. He's tightly guarded. Archibald passes to Harden. Over Miller. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pistons, thanks David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Detroit Pistons.
Getting points from that second unit with...
And that about wraps it up.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And Detroit looking at who they've got. Powell out there with Carter. Then it's Castle. Then there's Johnson. And it's Thurman in at the 5. Right side a screen. McGrady passes to outside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Johnson up top. McGrady covering. Johnson's shot is off. Celtics trail by 3. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin Durant talked about guys in this game making plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Here's Castle. McGrady covering. And Whiteside sends it back. Johnson outside. Pass to Howard. For 3. Rebound Boston. Mobley's got his 4th rebound with that last one. It's 9.
That's a big donut, folks. Second half, 4 straight they've missed. And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys. Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
Outside, KD. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Mobley a screen on Carter. Here's KD. And it's Howell with the rebound.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Gotta find ways to generate better looks here.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla.
Start it.
Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Let's take a moment to check out Kevin Durant here. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. 9th in scoring. And he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And he noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot.
Pass to Castle. Down low. Here's Thurman. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways. That time with a great bounce pass.
Mobley outside. Here's Scott. Rebound by the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Castle. And Detroit again with the bucket. Celtics trail by 8. And a jam by Whiteside.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Detroit. And there's the drive. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. McGrady kicks to Mobley. Pass to Whiteside. Back to Mobley. Tipped away. Now Detroit moving it up. Now here's Johnson. Shoots over Scott. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night. Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Johnson, the pass to Thurman. And here's Carter. 5 on the clock. To the inside. Oh, and he won. No question. Powered it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Holds it up there for Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Ball went up and pulled it down. Mobley soaring.
Pistons leading by 6. And Jimmy Bickerstaff is calling the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. In fourth, the Celtics.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Ware dishes to Wilkins. Pass to Harden. There's a screen by Williams. Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. Some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach.
Oh my gosh, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those are the things that are hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It would be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck. Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he can use a little help.
Pass to Archibald. Williams a screen on Miller. Here's Archibald. And Miller with the block. And with the ball. He has 5. Here's Murray. Miller outside. He drops it in from the low post. And now just a 4-point Piston lead. The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Here's Harden. And he finishes nicely on the way. Harden's got 13.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Here's Miller. The kick out to Ware. Over Harden. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's got his third basket of the night right there.
I love seeing a player pass up his own shot to create a great look for a teammate.
Pulls it up. Harden's shot is good.
One of the top scorers in the game. Harden has an innate gift for creating his shot.
1:02 left to play in the third. Williams with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Wilkins has got it. The first great chance.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now Miller, 7 points in the game. It's Durant. Pistons leading by 8. With the shot. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Under the pass to Miller. And here is Harden, defended by Wilkins. Detroit in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Celtics trail by 8. They've got Michael Redd. Mobley is out there at Durant. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Scott in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5.
And with this defense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Boston making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Pass to Howard. Here's Archibald. A shot by Carter. Nobody around. This is the chippy right there.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have done that with that.
And Mobley throws it down.
Great foul. Leading his teammate right to the basket.
Here's Howard. Hunter on the wing. Ready by KD. Looking around. Here's the screen. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Pistons lead by 6. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Mobley outside. Wide open look for Durant. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
That's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
Carter outside. Pass to Thurman. A shot, no good. Nice D from Durant. Celtics trail by 3. Now here's Mobley. Whiteside finds Mobley. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's KD. Count the basket and the foul. Vince Carter picks one up.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is. Able to score against physical defense.
And the Pistons may get a change here. Johnson's checked in.
At the line, Kevin Durant. At the line with 1 shot.
Tied up with that one.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And timeout call by Jimmy Bickerstaff. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, His leaping ability can certainly mask that.
McGrady passes to Whiteside. And here is Mobley. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Howell's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Now Carter with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Now here is McGrady. Outside, Scott. Outside, a screen on Johnson. Scott inside. Johnson's there. And here's Whiteside. Jackson for 3. Boston again missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more. And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Pass to Howell. Off target with his 3.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
With size and a terrific skill set, Mobley gives defenders nightmares.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. That free throw missing.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Johnson. And it's Durant with the rebound. Boston trail. McGrady outside. Scott up top to take the lead. Detroit with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Castle. Hands it from downtown.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
McGrady outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McGrady's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they've worked hard to create that high-quality shot, and then able to knock it down.
Outside Carter, rebounded by the Celtics. Mobley's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him.
Mobley outside. Scott gets to Durant. So smooth on the 3 from Durant.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the club.
Johnson, the pass to Howell. Pass to Castle. Here's Thurman. And he takes the fantastic lead pass out strong for the slam.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
Mobley outside. Durant against Carter. Outside, sets the bid for Durant. Over Carter. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut to just behind the basket from Durant.
But when you need a bucket, feed your guy.
And J.D. Bickerstaff is calling a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Andre Miller's checked in for Scott, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Huggins checked in. And they're in position to take the lead.
How big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
the Detroit Pistons. Corner kicks to Johnson. Here's Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, in moments like this.
The passes check in for James Harden.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's foul number 2 for him.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Pistons leading by 3. Here's Howell. To the paint and stolen by Whiteside. Counter against the West. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
And he doesn't get a lot of recognition for it, but Durant is a terrific passer.
Carter with the screen. Draws to Castle. To the middle. Here's Thornton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Kevin Durant.
Your team for the Pistons.
Second free throw. No good that time. He really wanted that one.
I mean, a set. We'll see what they're at.
McGrady back to Mobley. To tie it up. Cut it. And tie it in. That is a huge basket right there.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Well, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Johnson against McGrady. Down low. Here's Thurman.
Big time. Ready for a stop here. With the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Now, here's McGrady. T right on him. Outside sets the pick for McGrady. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment.
Let's be at small forward.
Well, this lap. Stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league, and at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. They've got Thompson, and it's Lucas in at the 4 spot. O'Neal passes to Lucas. Here's West. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Drexler. Defended by Thompson. Pass to McHale. To the inside. Drexler. Well-timed pass, and it goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Here's West. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Thompson outside. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Lopez. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Down low. Tipped. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's West. Sinks the tray.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Now here's Lopez. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Clock at 6. Here's Bird, defended by Thompson. And it's Bird missing.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Goes up on the baseline. Here's West. The shot misses. Good D by Doncic. The Bulls have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Lopez. Banked it in off the glass.
And using that size to his advantage. I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
Pass to Lucas. Here's West, guarded by Doncic. Screened by O'Neal. From behind the arc. Drexler grabs the board.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Miami trailing. Lopez with it. O'Neal covers. Here's West. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Here's Bird. Watched by Wallace. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Larry Bird.
The first free throw is good. Good on both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
And so it's Alex Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Here's West. Pass to Thompson. And here's O'Neal. Wallace outside. Thompson outside. Now O'Neal. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Now here's Lopez. Right now averaging 5.5 a game.
Miami foul. David Thompson.
He's checked in for Lopez.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Bulls. Number 15.
Doncic outside. Inside. Here's Sabonis. Rebound Miami. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
On top of probably having the better time, they were never let up. Great effort.
Miami shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line for the Heat.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Heat making a change here. Free throws good from Thompson. The Bulls have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Now Thomas. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Here's Floyd. Thomas defends. Pass to Thompson. With the drive. And the layup is good off the glass. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Heat?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight. Turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Thomas passes to Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist from Sabonis.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Here's Floyd. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Lucas. Out to the wing. This one for 3. Rodman with a rebound. For Chicago, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Now here's Levine. Here's Sabonis. Back to Thomas. Takes a 3. The shot is good. And the assist by Sabonis. Thomas is step 5.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up to bat like this, it's all about the attention to detail.
So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Gasol. Back to Martin. Poke loose. Sabonis with it. He's picked up by Gasol. Here's Levine. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Never afraid of getting physical with the defense. He opens any chance he can to get to that line.
For 2. Zach Levine.
Both free throws good from Levine. Heat trail by 4. Here's Floyd. No points so far. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Thomas, a screen on Curry. Here's Levine. It's Thomas on the wing. Pass to Rodman. Outside Levine. 6 to shoot. And the 3 off target. Miami has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Here's Floyd. Gasol, a screen on Levine. Here's Floyd. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And a nice this opportunity now to see who's hitting threes at the highest rate. Zach LaVine is second.
Well, the shooting percentage he's cultivated from deep range is so impressive. His three-point shot is about as good as you can hope for.
Now here's Thomas. Defense right on it. And it's good. 2 points.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Floyd, pass to Curry. Knocks down the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's LaVine. A 29-point game for him in the win against Boston. Right away, they patch it with a three-pointer of their own. LaVine's got 5.
The response, LaVine hitting that lead right back at you.
Here's Floyd. Thomas defends. Here's Floyd. He can't get that one to fall.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 4. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. Now guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
On the court for Miami here in the second. And it's O'Neal in at the 5.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
That's good. If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Martin outside. Pass to O'Neal. Up again.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Here's Drexler. Watched by Wallace. Jacks up a 3. And it's blocked by Martin. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. 2 shots. 2 makes. Off to a good start.
3.
Here's Doncic. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Pass to Drexler. Doncic outside. Unloads from 13. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's West. Wallace with it. O'Neal inside. Guarded by Doncic. It's Martin on the wing. And here's Curry for 3. Kept alive. O'Neal. Back to Martin. Pass to West. Now Wallace. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Bulls leading by 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong.
Oh, Luka inside, just finding a way.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Martin outside. Thompson right side. Here's Drexler. 9 points in his last outing. Pass to Bird. To the paint. Here's Doncic. Ooh, Doncic playing above the rim.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
Thompson outside. Here's Lucas. Here's West. From 13. 13 feet. Down it goes. West has got 5.
Not all of his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night.
And Lopez gets it to go.
I mean, a big guy like Lopez won't stop for contact. He stays strong and powers through.
Pass to Martin. And here's Thompson. Here's West. That three's off the mark.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they're trailing in this ballgame.
Bird passes to Doncic. Five on the clock. Fires for 3. No good. That's his 3rd miss out of 5 attempts. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Heat. 4-point game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the year.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
And we're watching two teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack, prove they can do some damage.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't overly believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Thompson against Doncic. That one falls. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Chicago's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Doncic outside. Fires from deep. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for him, they're still out in front.
And he's going for the lob. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. And now the Bulls in transition. Here's Thomas. And he dunks it down.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
And so it's Adam Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Chicago making the switch here. Levine's checked in. Let's see the stat sheet here for him. And it's the Heat with the ball. Trailing by 4. Here's Floyd. Thomas defends. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Sabonis, the pass to Rodman. Thomas, left side. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Thompson in the post. Working on Sabonis. Gasol passes to Floyd. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Gasol.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Shoots over Levine. And there's another one for the Heat.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Now here's Thomas. Defense is right there. And Gasol with the block.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Thompson. No good. That would have tied it. Chicago leading. It's Thomas on the wing. A minute 20 left in the first half. Levine can't hit.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Here's Thomas. And again, no good by Chicago. Miami has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Thompson finds Gasol. Levine against Thompson. Here's Floyd. Launches it. And rebounded by Zach Levine. Thompson in the post. He's covered by Levine. Offensive rebound. Gasol misses. The Bulls have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Miami trailing. Here's Thompson. Slam dunk by Thompson.
Making sure of it with the two-man slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Takes a step back. Here's Levine. No good with a layup. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The Heat, 32.
Even teams that have great shooters have to be selective. They're hucking it up from beyond the arc, hoping for the best. It reminds me of
And let's move on to the... Thanks for joining us. Time...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Shooting only 42%. They've got Luka Doncic. And it's Drexler in at the 2. That's the group for Billy Donovan. Getting going here in the second half.
Just an effective shot blocker. Lopez using all of that 7 feet, and he does a great job of picking his spots.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Both free throws good from Thompson. Bulls shooting about 41%. Here's Drexler. Oh, he goes up high with a two-handed slam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Thompson outside. Comes up with a bucket. Thompson's got 14.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. No one near him. And the jumper is good. Give him 8.
Defense was all over Doncic, so he smartly uses a pick to get free to shoot.
Here's West. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's all for Lopez.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And so he hits both. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Bulls. Pass to McHale. Inside. Here's Bird. Thompson with the block. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Slam dunk by Thompson.
And he lost his man with a shifty play inside.
And then just went and hammered it home. Wow. Doncic passes to Drexler. Here's Bird, defended by Thompson. Pass to West. To the inside. O'Neal. Good work defensively by Lopez.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Counted.
Good solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Curry comes in for Thompson. Over the course of the last month, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. Chicago, 4th.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you fouled them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
To the right side. Here's West. And they'll get another chance. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. Left side O'Neal. Again, the Heat misses.
And despite a struggle scoring the ball, they've done enough to build this lead.
Doncic outside. Doncic counted.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 of their first 5.
Outside O'Neal. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. Again, no good by Miami.
He really won that triple, even though he missed it.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Martin with a screen on Doncic. To the middle. To stop the run. Harden with the bucket. Harden's gotten his first bucket of the night.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 11. Pass to Lopez. Here's Bird. He's covered by Curry. Shoots. And it's Bird missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Curry passes to Martin. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. That's the 3 ball to go. Wallace has got 6. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
These teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
And we'll have a timeout call by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Kukoc. Down low. Here's Thomas. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there. He crashes in on the second chance points.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Here's Floyd. Thomas defends. The 3 from Curry. And it's Chicago with a board. Levine feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Curry. Levine can't hit. For Miami, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Kersey, pass to Floyd. Good on the shot. And the Heat lead by 2.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Thomas with the ball. 11 points in the game. It's hauled in by the Heat. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Floyd. And he goes in for the dunk.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team. And they will take it in a close game like this.
Curry against Levine. Picked by Sabonis. Inside. And Sabonis slams it in.
You love to see Sabonis get dominant like this. Defense has no chance to interfere.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Outside Curry to the inside. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And there it is for him. Rodman's gotten 4 this quarter.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And here's Curry for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Thomas. And Gasol with the block. Oh, there's the alley. Levine against Curry. Pass to Kukoc. And it's good. And Levine with the assist.
Showing off those playmaking skills, Levine keeps his head up, makes the easy play.
Here's Floyd. Thomas defends to the paint. Curry, no good.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Driving in. The coach. Got it. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
One reason Levine has been an all-star, Zach can be the playmaker or the scorer.
Here's Floyd. Thomas defends. The kick out. Curry. Pass to Martin. Now Curry. He's covered by Levine. That one goes in. Curry's got 11 points.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Levine against Curry. Outside Levine. A deep three. That shot is off. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Heat up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on this
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. They've got Thompson, and it's Wallace in at the small forward position. Here's Lucas, covered by Lopez. Lucas passes to O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. Over Doncic. Tries again. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
Their offense has been a real-world machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
Pass to Drexler. Inside. And a powerful one-handed slam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Thompson with it, and Lopez picks it up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And they've been so much more aggressive throwing the whistle here in the second half.
That free throw's good from Thompson.
Shooting for Miami.
Both free throws good from Thompson. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Doncic passes to Lopez. Back to Doncic. Pass to Drexler. It's a 3. They got it again. Lopez with it. And at last, they get on the floor.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Screen by O'Neal. West drains the triple. And the Heat lead by 6.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Doncic passes to Lopez. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Thompson. Back to O'Neal. Here's West from behind the arc. It's rebounded by McHale. McHale's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bird, defended by Thompson. McHale, pass to Drexler. Shot clock at 6. He buries it from 3.
Didn't get a 3 in the first half, and now he's on the board with his first triple of the game.
Thompson left side.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned. Given the situation right now, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He laid into the team about being over-aggressive. He said, quote, "We're letting them get to the line as much as they want. We've got to dial back some of the physicality because it's getting us in trouble. Guys, let's see if they can ease up here."
Thanks for that, Allie.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Doncic outside. Fades away. No good off the back of the rim. Miami leading by 4. And here's Thompson. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Chicago grabs the miss. Doncic outside. Wallace pulls it in. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Thompson. Oh, by Thompson.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough game.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Lopez, the screen on Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Doncic. On target from range.
You can tell he's starting to figure things out here in the second half.
Pass to Lucas. Here's West, guarded by Doncic. Thompson outside. To the middle. Lopez with the steal. Here's Drexler, defended by Thompson. Doncic, no good.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Screen by O'Neal. Here's West. Off target from 3-point range. Bulls trail by 3. Pass to McHale. And he lobs it up. Thompson with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's West. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. West has got 7 points here in the quarter.
When you even sense a break, always a good idea to get it to your man up court.
Lopez finds Doncic. Lopez, the screen. Fires the 3. Deep shot from Luka.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
To the wing, right side. Wallace, right side. Thompson passes to Wallace. And it's out of bounds to the Heat. Miami retains possession. 6 to shoot. 1:52 left in the final quarter. This is to Lopez. Now Doncic, clock at 6. Lopez, the screen to take the lead. Doncic, no good. The Heat have got 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Ooh, got that one quick. And the Heat lead by 5.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Doncic outside.
triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
Second personal foul.
Ooh, he doesn't get the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. The Heat making a switch here. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. 1:11 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's O'Neal. The quick look, no good that time. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. To the wing on the left. Here's Drexler. Watched by Wallace. Money. Within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's O'Neal. Rebounded by Lopez. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 blocks.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, they need to focus on scoring every possession and not turning over the ball.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
What's up?
At the line for one, Luka Doncic.
Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw.
Free throw shooting comes into focus in tight games. As usual, he's up to the task.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to O'Neal. Kick it up.
Clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clutch the win.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Doncic outside.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Here's Floyd. Performance they have here at home today.
Well, I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what will happen next.
And now we have Allie LaForge are standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Luka, a nail-biter finish. What was it like hitting those big shots down the stretch?
That was just amazing, I felt pressure on that one, because of them there. That was just amazing. My skin was going, I don't know how to say in English. When the skin goes like this, it was just amazing.
Well, for so young in his career, this guy does pretty well under pressure. Back to you.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.